Hello, welcome to Just My Opinion, episode 19. In this episode, I'm entitled Fatherhood. Due to the recent Father's Day celebration, I think this is a very important topic that we should discuss. I think fatherhood is very essential to the growth and development of human beings. A father plays a very important and vital role in a child's life. He gives the child's guidance, morals, and values. He teaches the child how to be responsible. He teaches the child how to get along with others, how to conduct himself. I think fatherhood is very important. I think it's been lessened and it hasn't been taken serious as much due to the let's be honest, be frank, the absence of a lot of fathers in their children's lives. A lot of fathers is not around or not there to help provide the children with guidance and caring and nurturing and loving their children. So I think fatherhood has been cheapened and lessened because of a lot of guys just actually not doing their jobs. Let's be honest. A lot of jobs not being guys are not being responsible for their children, life that they brought in this world. So I think it's very important to have a father in a child's life. Now, it's not the be all end all, because I grew up without my father. So I know that you can possibly become a productive part of society without your father in your life. I think it's more difficult, more hard. But I think if you got one loving parent or one somebody to guide you, stand by you, and hold you, I believe you can become a productive part of society. But without a father, I think that road is harder and more difficult. Not just for men. I think it's difficult for females too. I think females need that father's love and support, same way males do. And let me say this. I'm gonna say this. Women deserve a lot of praise for the job they have done and continue to do without a father. Like, they don't have no mate there to help them raise up and nurture the child. And a lot of women do an extraordinary job. Very extraordinary job with these children. So they deserve a round of applause for the job they do. When a lot of men be cowards, insecure, not willing to step up to the plate to help nurture and raise a child. I think to raise a child in today's society, to me, is one of the most difficult jobs anyone could have. You have so many other things out there that can veer and steer the child off of the right path. If you can get a child up to where he's responsible, law-abiding, just work it. I know you would want your child to go off to college and get a big career and be this ultra successful, but success is a measurement of what a person make it. You may not have the big job, or you may not be this big, wildly important person, but if you're raising, supporting, taking care of your family, you're successful. You're not on parole, probation, or in jail, or worse, in the grave. You're successful. Now, parole, probation, you can come back from that. You can turn that around and make something out of your life. That's for certain. But in today's age, with guns, drugs, gangs, I'm gonna say this, and hopefully won't nobody get offended by it, because I'm not trying to be biased or racist towards a group. But nowadays, for young men, you have the pressure of your sexual orientation. Now, me, I have no problem with it. If you want to be homosexual, heterosexual, transgender, whatever, that's between you and God. That's your choice to be whatever you want to be. That's something that you have to take up with God. No one should bash you or ridicule you or disrespect you for the way you want to live your life. Now, here's the thing that I don't like. I think recently I'm gonna say this, but I don't want to offend nobody. You have to watch out for what your children view on TV, what your children see. It's wide open in our music, our television programs now. Where before they used to censor certain things. You can't allow this or you can't allow that. Now it's like wide open. So you got to really watch your child. Viewing habits. The internet's not a good place. Not a safe place. I really want to say that it's not a safe place. You can have cyber bullies, people that prey on children up there, violence, drugs, everything on the internet. The internet can be a good place. YouTube is a wonderful platform. It has its problems like everything else, but it's a wonderful platform. And I would recommend people to get in contact, to check out YouTube, because YouTube is a good platform. Let me stop veering off of the subject of fatherhood. So with all of these things, pulling and tugging at your child to bring your child down, it's more important nowadays for a father to be in their child's life, to hold their child hand, to talk to their child, to give their child the morals and values and lessons of life. With their absence, sure, a child can make it, but I think it's more difficult without a father. A father is one who protects and provides for his children. Not someone that runs and cowers in the face of responsibility. Father is one who's be accountable for their children and their children's actions. Not someone that runs and cowers. This is what fatherhood means. Not just making a baby, because anybody can do that, but you have to raise that child. Give that child good morals, good values. And unfortunately, we have so many men that's not responsible for their children. Just be honest. They enjoy making a baby or getting with the woman, but taking the time out to help that child grow and succeed in life, nah, I'm on to the next woman. And that isn't right, period. And let me say this. I'm going to get on the women. Some of these women, you can't equate a person loving their child with child support. I hear a lot of women say, oh, he ain't paying no child support, he can't see my child, he can't see my child. Just because you can't financially sometimes provide for that child doesn't mean you can't spend time with that child and try to teach that child and nurture that child. This is very prevalent. I can't see my child. I can't spend time with my child because I don't have money upon money to give to the mother or the child. Now, every man should provide for his child. Let's get that straight. That's a lot of argument. Don't say that, yeah, he's saying that one man shouldn't provide for their child. Provide for your child is a part of manhood, a part of fatherhood. This is what men do, period. But if you're in the jam in between jobs, or you're right not now financially stable, but you still love your child, you want to see your child, embrace your child, spend time with your child, and try to give them lessons and morals and values. That shouldn't be equated with how much money you have. What pair of sneakers can you buy him? Can you buy him a video game? That shouldn't be equated with you loving your child. Because you love your child whether you're rich or you're poor. You're supposed to. So, women, you gotta let the man be the father figure for their child. You got to let the man be in the child's life, even if he can't provide at that moment for the child financially. That don't mean he can't embrace him, spend time with the child, teach the child, nurture the child. And on the other hand, let me tell you something too. Man, you can't keep saying for years and months on end, I'm out of job, I don't have no money, I can't do this, I can't do that. At some point they get old because it costs to live. And children are steady growing. Sneaker style steady growing. Clothing style steady growing. They probably eating like a champ. It costs to house them. So you have to help. You have to help, period. That's something that you have to do. But if you between jobs or you right now you're not financially stable, women, let them be a part of the child's life regardless. Another thing too, a lot of women got to stop doing this. Women feel as though if I can't have the man, I'm going to deny him the child. Don't do that. Because the only person that hurts is the child. Because you're not allowing the father to be in the child's life. Now let me say this too. I'm trying to cram everything into one little segment. Man, if you a deadbeat, not providing, not nurturing and protecting that child, if another man steps up to the plate and does for your child what you won't do for your child, don't be mad. Applaud him. Because he had the courage to do what you wouldn't do. And he's in that child's life. Help nurture and raise that child. So don't be mad and say, oh, I hate that nigga, that he ain't this, he ain't that. Nah. Don't be mad because he's with your baby mom. And say, I don't want no man around my child. If you not even around your child, what are you really concerned about? You concerned he's getting with your baby mother? Or you concerned with your child? If he's buying your child school clothes and school supplies, and you ain't bought him a pencil, stop it. Don't go there. Don't say, I don't want a man around my child. I can't have that. Same thing with women. You're not dealing with the man no more. Don't say, I don't want that be around my daughter, around my son. They can't have him around my son. Why? Because one thing for sure, two for certain. Whoever the parent is, whether it's man or woman, if they love their child, they will not let their mate or whoever, do anything harmful to their child whatsoever. Another thing too, if you love your child so much, stay in his life. I ain't saying you gotta stay with the parent, but try to stay in the child's life. Try to be there and provide and protect. This is what men do. But nowadays it's very important to have that father figure in your life. Because like I said, drugs, guns, gangs, high school dropout, teenage pregnancy, people struggling with with their lifestyle, if they're going to be heterosexual or homosexual, you have to help your children. You have to help your children so that they can become productive parts of society. If I don't care if you're a billionaire, big time rapper, big time basketball player, movie star, the best two things you can be in life, well, there's three things in life. I believe you. Best three things you can be. One, you can be a Muslim. God forbid I'm forcing my religion on you. I'm sorry. My belief is a Muslim, a parent, and a good husband or a good wife. If you can do them three things, I don't care what success you reach in whatever field you try to be in. Those are the most important things you can be in life, in my opinion. A good husband or a wife, a good parent, and if your child grows up to be a productive and respectful and law-abiding citizen, you did a good job. I often say about my own family, there was about 9 of us. We all cousins and brothers and sisters. My grandmother raised us up, God bless her soul. And I always say, she did a good job. Because none of us was in and out of jail. None of us had no drug habits. None of us had no alcohol problems. So to me, that was successful. That was successful. For the most part, we all law-abiding citizens, taxpayers. You did a great job. Shirley Bullock, thank you. So this has been my episode on fatherhood and some of the reasons why I think it's important. Hopefully I didn't offend anyone. My intentions weren't to offend anyone, especially the LBGQT community. I think if I'm saying it right. I didn't want to offend anyone. So sorry if I did. Like, share, subscribe. Hopefully this podcast can grow. Thank you.